Hello Aries, welcome to part 2. This is the extended part of your reading. This is Kathy from Divine Debut. This is the second part. Please, if you haven't watched the first part, go and watch that before you watch this part because there's a lot of information there. So this is your love and general reading. It's the divine spread for mid-November till end of November 2018. So Aries, things are looking on the up and up. Let's see what's happening with your love life. I'm using the Whispers of Love. Let's see what the Whisper of Love is for you. And we've got 2 cards. So we've got physical touch is important. And I will read that for you. For some of us, nothing is more important than a tender touch. This might include a pat on the back or giving a hug to someone who needs it. And that's a number 47, which adds up to an 11. 11 is, it's the number of justice. And justice does speak of Libra. That's where Venus is moving direct. Let me just see if that's happening right now. So in half an hour, Venus goes direct. Listen with your heart. You are listening to what is being said to you, but need to listen with a loving heart. So open your ears and listen. Dear Aries, this is a number 1. So listening is going to be very important here, and listen with your heart. Okay, so if someone is giving you an apology, or if someone is speaking but not straight forth, look at it in a loving way. If someone is being a little bit strong with their words, with the 5 of Swords here, someone may be a little bit too harsh, abrasive. Maybe they're coming from a place of love and they are fearing not being able to be with you, let's say. Nevertheless, let's go on to some more cards. Now, physical touch, it did say. Physical touch is very important, obviously. I mean, some of you may be wishing and hoping to be able to physically touch someone because they could be at a distance. We've got the World card here. Now, there's a lot of communication through the internet. Okay, so sometimes physical touch is not possible in relationships that are through social media. So, yeah, I think that listening with your heart, and actually I'm going to say speaking from the heart as well. I think that it's a time of truth. With the water element here, sensing, you need to sense that the words that come to you, the words that you listen to, you need to open your heart and listen carefully. So it's not only physical for you now, it's actually emotional with the water element. And Mercury retrograde card, reinvention. Let's take 3 Lenormand and get more clarity on what's going on here. We've got the bridges. So 38 again adds up to an 11. So this is crossing over the bridge, crossing over to another place, emotionally, physically, and wholeheartedly. So this speaks of change. This obviously speaks of change. We've got the cross, which is the burden. It's like the 9 of Wands. Sometimes the cross can speak of heavy burdens. It's a 36, which adds to a 9. It's like the 9 of Wands, let's say. But it's also a card of faith and believing in your abilities, believing in the higher dimensions, believing in the higher force. and whoever you believe in. It's a card of religion as well. Some of you, your perspective on religion may be changing. And wow, we've got a commitment here. 25, this is the ring. So something is really going to stabilize, and I feel as though this is where it begins. In the distant past, something has already begun, something that proves to be stable. Someone is committing to you. This is a contract. This is an agreement as well. And this is obviously moving in together. It's a number 7. And 7 again is the house of Libra, partnership, other people. Partners in, I was going to say crime, but partners in romance, partners through family. It's the other people. Libra is the other people. And it's got the letter A on here. So that may be important to you. Could be first or second name. Okay, so some of you, and there's going to be 1 or 2 people out there, may be committing to the church, committing to religion, committing to a group of people that are very religious, that are doing things for the highest good, that are helping the people that are in need. And I would not be surprised if we don't get the card of Aquarius here, because I feel that groups are happening here, being part of a group, an association. Let's take a couple of cards on the card of Cancer, the Chariot. So your Dharma is that you are overcoming obstacles. Some of you may be overcoming the obstacles through travel. Sometimes that's why we do relocation astrology. We may be, our roots may be planted at some place or a country or a city or whatever, where it just doesn't work energetically for us. And I can't even speak. So changing location could behoove you, could work really well for you. And that's what relocation astrology is all about. You look at which part of the world is going to work with you and your energy and your fate. So let's see 2 cards. And we have the King of Wands, which would be logically your energy. The King of Wands, and we've also got the 7 of Swords. Now, the 7 of Swords is the card of stealth. It can speak of being intelligent and not, doing things without people's knowledge. So some of you may be stealing away without announcing it. So there is no announcement here. Now, usually with the 7 of Swords, it's a card of intellect and of being intelligent. It is also the stealth card where someone may be doing that to you. They're doing something that you don't know of, something that's going to work to their advantage. But usually, think about it, in the Rider-Waite Tarot, because we've got the 5 of Swords here, in the 7 of Swords, the person stealing away is holding the 5 swords and moving away, leaving the 2 behind. So it's as though they're not making a decision and they're moving away or being intelligent about taking part in a fight, a clash, a competition. Now, in this card here, it looks as though someone is breaking and entering, but they're breaking into a home that has been, it's the house, it's the haunted house. It's not a place that you would want to be in. So, it feels as though this place has been left behind for a long time. And someone is actually breaking and entering into something that could be quite scary. And they are, you know, they're breaking and entering. They're coming in through the window. So, you know, be careful that any of your belongings could go missing. Now, this could also mean that you are moving into a place that has not been lived in for years. Now, could it be a place that has been uninhabited for a long time? What I want to say is that there is, as you could see, that in that little circle, we've got the sign of Aquarius. So Aquarius, again, I did mention it just 5 minutes ago, and I did say I wouldn't be surprised if the card of the star comes up. So anything to do with social media, communication through social groups and associations. And, you know, Aquarius is the rebel. They're ruled by Uranus, and Uranus is actually in your sign. Now, Uranus is the rebel. It's breaking down what it does not value because it's already been in Taurus. So it's going back to the drawing board so it can start all over again. It's wanting to, it's becoming that shapeshifter. It's changing things up. It's having a revolution, changing things, being the genius. So you are doing something that shows that you are a genius. You are doing something that hasn't been done before. That's what I get out of this card. And through that there will be no competition. I mean, you've already won the competition. Now, again, I said this could be a very intelligent move that you're making. And because it's a swords card. It's intellect. All right. Now, as I said, for those of you that are dealing before, I said if you are dealing with a Gemini, maybe they've taken from you. Maybe they've literally stolen from your home. And that's why you are closing the door on them and moving away. Let's look at the Ace of Coins, which is at the foundation. What is this stable new beginning? And we've got the Page of Wands. This is your energy. You're taking a risk. You are beginning something new. Okay, this is beautiful. I love these cards. Absolutely. Okay, so this is taking a slight risk, sending that message out, or even it could be even that you are receiving a message from another fire sign if you are dealing with another fire sign, dear Aries. So we've got fire and water as well as earth here for potential partners. If you are dealing with a fire sign, and I'm going to say, I did mention Leo already. I think that you may be dealing with a Leo. Let's look at the Page of Cups. So we've got 2 pages here already. Now these pages could be children. They could be children of yours. One is a fiery one. One is a much more intuitive and sensitive. Let's look at the Page of Cups. And we've got the children here, 6 of Cups. So this is finding balance. Now this could be someone coming back from your past, dear Aries. This is a card of innocence, childlike energy. Okay, and this is also the soulmate card, 6 of Cups. If this is someone from your past, there's a lot of trust here. This is someone that you've already known, you've played with, you've communicated with. There's been exchange of feelings here. And this could be someone that's coming back to offer you their love. Maybe friendship is turning into love. And again, children are here. Let's take the World card. And we've got the Queen of Wands. Wow. This is amazing. So we've got the King and the Queen of Wands. Obviously, this is karmic. Unbelievably. Look at that. King and Queen of Wands. This is a karmic couple. They're very well matched. I would say that and you could be either the King of Wands or the Queen of Wands. I want to say that the King of Wands, if that's you, then you've probably got Cancer, strong Cancer in your sign. If you are the Queen of Wands, then you've got a lot of fixed energy. So you could also have Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, or Taurus in your chart. And that's like strong ego. There is strong ego here. Let's go to the Nine of Coins. Wow, another Queen of Coins. And I did mention the sign of Virgo before, and the Queen of Coins for me is mainly Virgo. This is the Mother of Earth. This is very different energy to what the Queen of Wands is. Now, this could be, of course, another side to you. If you are the Queen of Wands, this could be another more loving, nurturing, not so sexual energy. For those of you that are dealing with an earth sign that may have strong fire in their chart, then Virgo is more than likely the sign. Now, because I mentioned Leo with the Queen of Wands, some of you may be dealing with someone who's on the cusp of Leo, Virgo. Okay, so they take both the qualities. Let's look at, so the Queen of Coins is like, if we're talking about the archetype, the money's there. Like, she's fantastic with her finances. Now, if this is your competition in love, if this is your competition, then if you are fighting and competing for this King of Wands, let's say, then there is no match. I would say the Queen of Wands is the karmic partner of the King of Wands. So let's go to the Ten of Cups now. And we've got the Knight of Wands here. So the Knight of Wands for me is Sagittarian energy. Sagittarius is where Jupiter has just moved into its own home sign. Now, Sagittarius is also about faith. It's the divine. It's a very spiritual house. It's about truth. It's going on that adventure. It's the house of philosophy. But I believe that also it's the energy of movement, moving quickly and passionately into bliss. Yeah. Let's look at those lovers. Now, as you know, the tarot has got many layers. So the lovers, I said, is Gemini. You may be closing the door on a Gemini, but the lovers is also, you know, a karmic soulmate relationship. And it's also a number of balance. It's a 6. So let's see what else we've got on the lovers. And we've got the 6 of coins. Wow. So Libra, being very generous. And as I said, remember, Venus is in Libra and it's going direct. Let's just see the time. It's going direct. So it's another 6. This is karmic justice, obviously, here. So in 11 minutes, you guys, Venus is moving direct in Libra. Know that you will find your balance, whether you are going through a legal issue. Some of you are actually fighting with your own perception, your own mind, thinking, do I take them to court? They've done me wrong. They've stolen from my house. Let's say this is one scenario. Do I take them to court? So it's a head over heart decision. Do I battle it out in relation to finances? Okay, what do I do? And it could be, because Libra and Venus turning direct there, could be like being on speaking terms and just trying to find your balance in the best way possible, because that's what Libra is all about. They're not about fighting. They like to find the balance. Let's take one more on the swords. 5 of Swords, Ace of Wands. Now, if this is love, it's time to find your equal half. Libra is the house of partnership. And we've got the 2 of Coins. So you are doing a juggling act. This does remind me of the Fool. It looks so much like it. But it's the 2. So you're either working hard 2 jobs, or you're studying and working, or you're choosing between 2 different partners. Okay, so it's a decision that you're wanting to make. I'm going to take one more on that. But before I take on that, I'd like to see the divine position with the 9 of Wands. And we've got incredible 3 cards. Aries. We've got the Knight of Coins. Slow and steady wins the race. Slowly and carefully moving forward. We've got the 2 of Cups, an agreement, a new relationship, and the 6 of Wands, being on fire, being congratulated on a successful completion, let's say, of a project, of a career, being up on stage and, you know, being shown, your talents are being shown, you're being looked at. And I feel as though your ego is growing a little bit, so please keep that in check. Now, the Knight of Coins is very slow and steady progress forward. You've got the Knight of Wands and you've got the Knight of Pentacles. And that is really funny because we're dealing with a lot of fire and a lot of earth here as well. So the Knight of Coins for me is Virgo, usually. It's an earth quality. They will not move. Earth signs do not move forward. Sometimes they're even stopped in their tracks. They will not persist and move forward unless they are certain. So this energy could be coming from either you or your partner. But it's just also saying to me that, as I said, slow and steady wins the race. You've been very careful and very calculated with your moves forward. Now, I would like to take some Sibilas. Lots of messages here. What do I want to look at first? I want to look at the Stealth card, the 7 of Swords, which shows the Aquarian energy. So you know that Aquarius is all about friends and, you know, social media. Aquarius is the genius. It's a very, very, very smart, very intelligent act. Let's see. So we've got the card of Cancer and we've got the King of Wands as well as the 7 of Swords in the Karma Dharma position. So we've got Casa, which speaks of stability, home, roots and family. We've got Donna de Servizio, which is like Virgo. This is your servant, your helper. Someone is there to help you out. And this could be just the archetype, or this could be a friend, let's say. We've got the Queen of Coins here. If this is a friend of yours, and we do say a friend in need is a friend indeed. If you are dealing with friendship here, and there could be competition amongst friends. Healthy competition is good. With the 5 of Swords, that's not good. That's not really healthy, because it's a brash energy. So let me see, what else do we have? And we've got the Lettera, which is news. news, and these could be legal documents. Let me take another card. Now, we've got the home, the helper, a servant, someone who's in your home. Just one message here for those of you that have got someone helping you at your home. Be careful that they're not stealing from you, even though they've got a beautiful, like they seem like they're really helpful in that. But we've got the stealth card here. Now, some of you are receiving help. If this is just the energy, like the legal documents, any papers or any news that's coming in is going to be very positive. And we've also got the Morte card, which is the card of death. So Scorpio energy, death and transformation through moving. This is going to be like a new start. Scorpio is where Venus will be moving into very soon. And nevertheless, know that something on or around your home is changing drastically. Now, it is a benevolent change, though. It is something that needed to transform. Now, Scorpio it's the 8th house. It's got to do with intimacy. It deals with, shared resources, sharing things, other people's money, banks, loans, deeds, wills, all that sort of thing. So I want to take 2 more Sabilas on that. I want to see what the changes are. So the Namika. So this is a female enemy who's taking off that mask. So you will know of what the enemy was about, who your enemies are, who is your competition, and the news that's coming through may be a little bit difficult, but it's going to aid you to transform. Let's take another card, and we've got the Domestico. It's so funny, and I'm so glad to see this, that these 2 entities here, a female and a male, even the butler, and you've got the servant and you've got the butler. So that's 2 people that are there at your service, at your beck and call. One is a good one, the Donna de Servizio. She's real. She comes from the heart. The butler is not such a good entity, not such a good and trustworthy person, if this is a person. And here we've got the Namika, which is the female enemy. So you're going to find out the truth about these 2 people that are around you. There is a transformation. Let's say that it's an energy. Whatever you thought was difficult is transforming, and you will have help. So you will be able to transform the way you see the world, the way you trust as well, I think. And I feel as though your perception is changing drastically in any matters related to trust. You're overcoming. Now, if this is any of these, the Domestico or the Namika, these could be neighbors that you're moving away from because they were not the best of neighbors. So you're changing neighborhoods. Let's see. What do I want to look at? I'm going to look at the Page of Cups and the 6 of Cups, which is in the hidden position. What is this offer of love or apology? And we've got Gelosia, which is past hurts or regrets. We've got Prigione, which is the devil energy. So being stuck to some sort of a situation, being chained to something, like it's the ball and chain. You couldn't move unless you worked really hard at something, because Capricorn is all about career. It's about how people see you in the world. You felt as though you were stuck. You were literally stuck. And here comes the Artista, which is like the genius. This is very Aquarian energy. He's the scientist, the crazy scientist. So this is Aquarian energy. You're coming up with a genius thought to change things around, to break those ties, break those chains, and leave the difficult past behind. Now, could the chain, ball and chain, be related to children? Yes, it could be. Some of you may have just felt like you were stuck in a vicious circle where love was not coming in, but it is. It's coming through unexpectedly. Now, if you have regrets from your past, if something maybe you've had a chance in the past with this person from the past and you didn't go for it. Let's say you had feelings for them and you did not speak. Okay? Listen with your heart, speak with your heart. I'm going to say here, it says you are listening to what is said to you, but need to listen with a loving heart. So maybe you were disappointed and this time you need to open your heart and listen. So if someone is talking to you about, their feelings for you, they're apologizing, whatever it is, this is it's like that light bulb that's going on. And this could even speak of legalities that you have been chained to if it's dealing with children. So money could be offered, alimony, if you are going through divorce. Now, the artista can also be a doctor. If you've had trouble conceiving, then the artista is the doctor, the genius that's going to help you. Let me take on the final. I did say I was going to take another card on that, didn't I? One more card on that. I forgot to take a tarot card on the Two of Coins. Okay, so we've got two cards and I will take them. We have the Eight of Cups and the King of Swords. Interesting. King of Swords would be the Aquarian energy that I have been talking about. Some of you, it could be the Gemini that you are leaving behind. Others of you, and because the King of Swords is someone who cuts through the crap. So could that be the competition, the Gemini that you are leaving behind? Now, the Eight of Cups does show Pisces here, but the Eight of Cups for me is usually, and I have mentioned Pisces, yeah. The Eight of Cups for me is like you're looking for those Two of Cups. You've got them here, dear Aries. And the Eight of Cups for me is like a spiritual growth. It's like growing spiritually. And with the cross here, the card of religion, I did say that some of you are reinventing your spirituality. You are changing. So you are growing spiritually. Now you are trusting in your intuition if you are dealing with this air sign, if you are leaving behind this air sign. And the air sign here, the air qualities, says that you speak your truth, you fight not with your heart but with your intellect. You're adding up, you're doing the math here. Now, as I said, Mars is in Pisces for the next month, roughly, till the 31st of December. And he's reaching for the stars. He's finishing up a cycle. Pisces is the last sign. It's the end of a cycle. Yeah. Absolutely beautiful. Dear Aries, I think I will leave it at that. There is so much information here, and the readings are just, the rest of the signs are all waiting for their readings. So I don't like keeping people It's looking absolutely wonderful, especially in this divine position. Know that you've reached your goal. Your slow and steady pace forward is bringing you to a place of success, balance, in love, financially. Financially, what you have started, you got the 10 of Cups here. So much beauty here. All right. Thank you again for taking the time out, for spending that time with me. I do appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Thank you again for your likes, shares, subscribes, and commenting. As I have said, I'm doing more uploads. I am running behind. It's just been a really, really busy time. Unfortunately, I'm just, overdoing myself, overextending myself at the moment, but there's no choice. And it is a time of being busy before Christmas, everyone. So I think I will leave it at that. I will talk to you real soon, dear Aries. Stay well. All the best to you. See you soon.